Holy guacamole. It is time for Goat Simulator 3. Holy crap. I love loading screens. Loading screens are the most fun thing in the world. Look at this guy. Look at this guy right here. He's dead or something. Oh man, he's so funny. Did you know that goats are funny? Goats are so funny. So flippin' funny. I love goats. It's my fun fact for the day. What? Goat Simulator 3? Oh, baby, let's go.
Hey, you're finally
What am I
awake.
even looking at right
I'm
now?
your new owner. I will look back at you, but I need to look at the road. Safety first, 10 and 2 and all that.
I
Anyway,
always put my
this is
safety
the perfect
first,
time.
10
The
and 2
perfect
and
time
all that.
to give you all
You
the
know me.
backstory you need. You sit there looking around.
Are you talking up there?
Exposition, as they call it. Most movies and games do this a lot, actually. But you might not even have noticed it half the time. Oh, look, pigs.
Big.
Woo-wee, close one. Where was I?
Wait, yeah.
All right. I should really
Yeah,
start
for
explaining
maniac.
things
That's
before
what I
this
like to
intro
call him.
ends. Don't have too much rolling.
Ooh, Lenny.
Look, we're almost there.
Just keep
Okay,
on.
so where do I begin? I captured you because you have quite the reputation. Wreaking havoc.
Holy
Goat
guacamole,
Village,
he just
Goat
hit a
City
guy.
Bay. Rumor has it
Oh.
you even went up to space.
Oh,
Don't
he's
know
fine.
how much of that is true, though. A lot of copycats or copy goats popping up here and there.
Look at
Trying
these
to
funny
steal
little
your
guys.
thunder.
I've
But that was
never-
then. And
probably
this is
what he
now.
sounds like.
And now you're mine.
Bah.
I'll train you to become the best goat ever. You're gonna make me filthy rich. I'm gonna milk you dry. Ain't nothing gonna stop this dynamic duo. Whole trio. Whole quartet.
Bah.
You know this is a multiplayer game, right?
Bah. Bah. Yeah.
Here we are. Let me just come round back. Sit tight, I got some more things to ramble
what-
about.
What?
Hey, look at me. Now look over there. See that thing? That tower? You see it?
What am I supposed to
That
be
goat
looking at?
tower that looks super cool.
That?
Like a bit too cool to
Right
be
there?
meant for simple,
This guy.
stupid goat like
Look at
you.
this guy right
You
here.
see?
Yeah. Oh,
Right over there.
nah. Over there?
Just
This
follow
guy?
my finger.
Uh,
That finger's your hope.
over
from now
there?
on. I heard some rumors
Where?
online that those goat towers are some
Okay.
kind of entrance to a secret place. That sounds a bit too out there if you ask me. Maybe you should investigate. Just please don't refund. Bye now.
My mime. Oh my gosh! Oh, it's so beautiful! Wow! Yes! Yes! Now here's where I struggle for a good amount of time trying to get up this tower. It is very simple, very easy, but my brain just couldn't figure it out. Here I go, out into the wilderness. My first steps. It's time to head, but yeah. Look at this funny guy. Look at this guy. Look at this dude. Take these. Take them for later. You know what I mean. Right about here is when I see my first victim. I chose to go to town on this little waker right here. I didn't want it to see another day until I let it go free. As I should, as a good Samaritan should. Let things go free. Please. Where I ride a tractor. Big funny tractor. I don't understand this guy. I don't think he understands that he can't ride the tractor like that. Bah. It looks really funny though. I don't blame him. Now it's time to adventure. I hit Katie Brown, the stone walls, and the scrap metal, and make my way towards the one true goal, the Goat Tower. This is when I start my Elden Ring playthrough. I enter through the entrance and open the main doors. It's time. At this point, I'm entering in. My brain cannot comprehend anything, so I see a big rock and try to break it down. I can't figure it out. Can't get over. There's no way. There's no way out. But then I get really stinky. P-U. Like poop. Stinky. Figure out this little trick. This little trick. Where I realize that if I continue to spam the ragdoll function, I can go anywhere I want. I can meet God. I can go to Afghanistan. I can conquer the world if I so choose. So, I do my speedrunning technique of the Ryan skip to get to this point. What the? Who is this guy? At this point, I realize it is time for me to venture out on my own, to absorb all wisdom in the world and become the Goat Simulator 3. As I exit the loading screen, I realize that the world is mine to do whatever I need to do, whatever I must do, whatever I came to do. It is my time to be the Goat Simulator 3. I couldn't believe my eyes. I couldn't fathom my ability to win Goat Simulator 3. I must go wherever I must go. Whenever. I must find everything and use the Ryan skip as much as possible. To complete my goals and finish what I must do. Look at this secret area that I know that I can access if I just keep trying, keep fighting, and I do it. And I am so excited, so happy to be inside my new home. To be inside Goat Simulator 3. It's a dream come true. The world is at my fingertips. Anything that I can dream of, I can do. I can be a goat like I've always lived and dreamed and hoped. I stumble across this apple. This glistening, radiant apple. And I don't really know what to do with it. So I approach, and I do. I eat the forbidden fruit. People come from vast distances to come and appreciate that and celebrate that I have found the forbidden fruit. It explodes. But it's all normal, it's forbidden. What else is it supposed to do? I try clipping into the tree to do the Ryan skip, but I can't do it. I give up. I walk away. At this point I see my quest to do a backflip. That is the main thing that I must set out to do. So I try, I attempt, I go for it. I shoot my shot off high buildings. There's a map. And there's quests on the map. Oh, this is game changing. This is fire, if you will. I need to pin something. I need to figure out how to do certain things. I need to complete these quests. I need to follow what I have to do. My true meaning of life. But all I want to do is a backflip. And I just can't do it. I can't figure it out. It's so difficult to just do one simple backflip. And it's tough. Knowledge. I must absorb the wisdom. This game truly has everything. There's customization options for your goat. So, of course, I pick the most needed options. I look through them all first, make sure that I can get everything. But, of course, go with the nice tiny nubs. Gotta get the leg reps. Gotta make sure, muscles are working right. Then you have to get the arc. He has been tasked with having the ark and carrying it around. But he's also got to be cozy. Just a very nice little goat. With the ear tag, it had to be done. There's no other way around it, pig goat. Bah. Fish goat. I take off my burden placed upon my back. And I go on my very merry way. Now I think the backflip has to be done here. And I do it. I am like that, I am him. It's how it meant to be. I find the flamethrower customization option. Goes on the head of the goat. Of course I need fire. The Pimp My Ride goat, that goes so crazy. You need to do that. As I go on a search for a vehicle to pimp. But all I can do is I can only spawn animals. And it's a burden put on me that I just can't get rid of. I'm trying so hard to pimp out somebody's ride. Take that, Hannah Phillips. I've done it. I've found my ride to pimp. This time. But all that comes out are animals. As the color changes, it just doesn't make sense to me. How can I pimp rides but only get animals out of them? I just take the ride, drive away, hit Joanna Jackson. Then I figure out the speed boost is really cool, really funny. And so, as one would do, I crash. But I keep moving, I keep pushing through, and I learn. I learn the sole component of this game that truly matters: flight. I take to the skies because that's where I'm gonna take my reign to. As I'm flying around, I know that this is my calling, this is my destiny. I need to go to the moon. I go flying for a good amount of time until I crash. But I know that there's still probably one way that I can get out of this. So I try. I work night and day tirelessly trying to provide for my family. But I can't do it. I get out. And I try to Ryan skip. Because I know that this is the thing that's going to put me over the edge. This is the thing, the only thing that I know that I have going for me. Old reliable. The Ryan skip. But these walls just are unpassable, insurmountable. It's like climbing Mount Everest. I find a trophy. A small little contraption, but it seems important. And I know I must retrieve this, because it is my calling, it is my destiny. But I get this tap, and it sets me on fire, and I am going insane. But I get the trinket, and I am accomplished. I have succeeded at my goal, and I have found true happiness in my achievement. But then I find the Holy Grail. The banana van. This van is more than anyone could ever imagine. It's perfect. It's just what I need. And I know that I can Ryan skip into this, but I mess up the van. There's more. There's more as I explode. To find out that I can shoot these fireballs from my God-given talents. And I just destroy everything in my path. That's what I have to do. It's my calling. If I want to be Goat Simulator 3, this is truly what I have to do. And I see my next victim for the Ryan skip. So I can truly speedrun this game. It worked in the past on doors. It just doesn't work now. Seems my plan has been foiled. Front, outside, inside. Long. Whatever it is. Figure out the emotes. And hey! He hitting that. But it's time to go. It's time to adventure. To somewhere else. To go somewhere else. I choose to go wherever I must to figure out the true meaning of becoming Goat Simulator 3. Bagok! Boah! Bagok! Ah! At this point, I'm just demolishing everything and I'm figuring it out. I'm doing what Goat Simulator 3 would want me to do. But I realize now that after all these hours of Ryan skipping and exploding vehicles, it's time to do what I was truly meant to do. So, I figure out that there's an even bigger map. That there's little games on the map. And I see that there's a car derby. And that's my true calling. It's what I have to do. So I start my adventure towards the car derby and I find the most suited vehicle. The Banana Mobile. So I start boosting and I take to the skies to go find the car derby. But my flight trajectory was just a little bit off path. So I just had to stay true to it. I had to keep going. I had to go where Goat Simulator 3 wants me to go. So I chose to follow that path. At this point, I see that I'm going off path. I'm going too far away from the mainland. So I take off the boost and I try to send myself in a different direction. But God said no. He said, if you try to do this and go this way, I'm going to explode your banana mobile and send you to Old Beach, the beach that makes you old from the movie Old. That makes you old. So I find out where I need to go, and I see that there's too much north of me. There's way too much. So I go south. Hoofball. This is my calling. I've loved sports. I've loved sports my whole life. So I know that this is where Goat Simulator 3 was telling me to go. Goat Simulator 3 said, look, I know that you have wanted to get back into sports games lately, so I'm sending you to Hoofball. I end up at this log place, and I start my quest, I start my journey. Here's when I realize that there's just so much water around me that I should just follow where the water goes. Because where there's water, there's probably hoofball players. So I take the river, get stuck in a rock, of course. It's what was meant to happen. Goat Simulator 3 made it happen. I just took it down where I had to go. Where Bigfoot must be. Where they're towards Hoofball. Because Hoofball, it must be at the end of the waterfall. Because it's just so important in the creation of life. I mean, there's no life without Hoofball. And water leads to life, so it only makes sense. So I fall down the waterfall, hoping just to be an inch closer to Hoofball. My journey continues. Ahead of me I see another one of the trinkets, and I know I must retrieve it. So I jump, and I realize that I can do so much cool stuff off this. And I could probably fly off this, like any Goat Simulator 3 would. So I go for it. And I just can't figure out how to get on this boat, let alone get enough air. So I give up. And I search for Hoofball, because that is what I must do. On my journey there, I find this city. And the city has a lot of people in it. So I'm just venturing through, and I see the shrink. And if anyone knows where Hoofball is, it's gotta be the shrink. So I jump off the manhole and venture up into the shrink's house. And I'm practicing the shrink. I just been through so much on my journey. I need to, get therapy. And I bar on the couch, and this is what happens to me. It's just nothing can go my way. I don't even have a shrink friend to guide me to Hoofball. I check my map and I still see it so far away, but I must continue forward on my dream, on my journey. So I decide that probably the best way to get there is take a cop car What other thing would I do? Pass by the ovary bus, and I do what anyone would do, really. Try to find the city that can take me to Hoofball. I take to the skies for a third time, this time in the correct direction, towards my beloved Hoofball. Hopefully. Maybe one day I will be able to reach it. And the only way I can think of doing this is through the skies. So I take flight and I start my ascent in my police car. Somehow my flight just doesn't go to plan, and it takes me back to this faithful beach where I spent so much time and so much energy trying to find where I discovered Hoofball. I think Goat Simulator 3 was trying to take me back to my roots, you know? But I took to the skies again in an attempt to find Hoofball. But I just been through so much at this point to where I feel like nothing I do can get me there. And all I want to do is just play Hoofball. Through my constant struggling and pursuit of finding Hoofball, I feel like the game just knows. Goat Simulator 3 knows that I am in need of a dire situation of help. Hoofball is over 1,000 meters away, and it teleports me to Brazil. And I think Goat Simulator 3 is telling me that if I truly work hard, I can accomplish what I need to do. This just fathoms me. I don't know how I got here, so I just stayed here for a little bit. And this is where I unlock my new thing, jousting. A jousting lance. I got this little funny guy on my back, and we're just going places, you know? It's refreshing. It's my calling. But I still know that I need to go find Hoofball. And I know that it is this way. So I just start heading towards it. I find my trusty vehicle, and I head towards Hoofball. And it discourages me, knowing that it's so far away and I'm not getting any closer. But I know that I need to make it to it. It's all I really want, you know? I see the Hoover Dam, and I just think, imagine if it had Hoofball. Just imagine. So I start my quest, I start my journey, again. And I go to Suburbsville. At this point, I'm losing hope. I don't even know if hoofball exists. But I realize it's 62 meters away. 50. Holy crap, hoofball it's here. I have found it. Found hoofball. My journey, all this way that I've come. I need to play hoofball. And it's only available in multiplayer. That's the video. Bye.